Procedural generation. Is it a solution to all problems, or is it just a way for lazy programmers like me to avoid making content manually? That is not a question I'm gonna answer today. In fact, no questions will be answered in this video. I'm just gonna show you how I implemented procedural generation for my top-down shooter game. I started by following some tutorials on YouTube, but to be honest, that's not really what I'm looking for. It's more of a terrain generation and it's not very flexible. So scratch that, I googled some more, I found a series of GDC talks, got inspired and wrote a whole system based on them, and here's how it works. I start with an array of numbers which represent height, so you can think of it as a grid made of ground tiles. I take random tiles and turn them into water, then I go through every ground tile and check how many water tiles surround it. And for example, if in a 4-meter radius there are more than 8 neighboring water tiles, I turn the ground tile into water. I repeat this process a couple of times, and then I do the reverse to clean up all those ugly single water tiles. Okay, I think it's time to work on the visuals. Let's replace those cubes with something else. I'm not making a Minecraft clone after all. That's much better. So now that we have the sad empty level, it's time to add some mountains or rocks to make things more interesting. I do basically the same thing as with water, but this time I raise the height of random tiles. I don't really like how this looks, so let's spawn some rocks. Done. And we have our procedurally generated map. Seems easy, right? So why the hell did I spend 4 months working on this? Well, guess what? All of those things I just showed you can be easily configured with an XML file, which means I can create many different environments with different configurations. Another advantage of such a system is that it allows me to modify the environment in real time by adding new instructions. This means that the map can be modified by the player's actions, and the best part is I don't even need to store the map, I just need to store the instructions for how to generate it and instructions for how to reproduce the player's actions. Now, configurable map generation is really cool, but editing XML files, that's for nerds and losers, so I had no other choice but to create this whole other app for editing and creating configurations. This app has all the basic functionality you might need, such as moving elements, brought to you by this fucking line. I honestly don't understand how it works and I don't really want to find out. It just works. Deleting elements. Adding new adding new elements and editing existing ones. Yes, I had to learn C++ to make it. Yes, it would have been 10 times easier to do this in Unity. Shut up, I'm a programmer, that's what we do. Now, as you can see, my procedural generation works perfectly. So let's just increase the size of the map and I'll use that as the base for all the other systems. Oh shit!